Okay, guys, I want to look at one more system of inequalities. Okay, so this one says x minus y is less than 1 and negative 1 is less than y is less than 1. So the first thing I want you to notice for both of these, we're going to be using dashed lines. Okay, so we're going to be using dashed lines. And let's find the boundary line for the first one, the blue one. Okay. So the first one, our blue guy here, is going to be x minus y is equal to 1. Remember, that's the boundary line. And then we can find our x-intercept when y is equal to 0. That's going to be x equal to 1, 1, 0. And our y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. That's when negative y equals 1 or y equals negative 1. Okay, so that's going to be right here. So I know this is linear. I know I'm not including the line, so I'm going to use my dashed line. So I'm going to go ahead and go just like this as a dashed line. Let's pick a test point. I'll go ahead and I'll test the easy one of 0, 0. And that would say then that 0 minus 0 is less than 1, which is true. So I'll go ahead and I will do my shading down here. So there's one of my inequalities. I will do another one now. Let's do the red boundary line. Okay. Now the red boundary line, I don't think we have to do too much math for that. Take a look at it. It says negative 1 is less than y is less than 1. So if we're talking about y values, are we talking left to right or down to up? I should say bottom to top. We're talking bottom to top. We're talking about the y value. And it says that we want everything between negative 1 and 1. Well, think about it. Wouldn't that be right in between these guys? This is y equal to 1. This is y equal to negative 1. We want everything in between. So we have this. So what satisfies both of these? Well, that's this section here. It's almost like a little polygon, except for it's unbounded over here. Okay, there's our solutions. Okay, now we know what this point is. This intersection point is 0, negative 1. That's fine. But what about this one? And if you're clever, you can save yourself a little bit of time. Think about what the y value of that intersection point is. Hopefully you can see that it's just y equal to 1, since it's intersecting the line y equal to 1. From there, it's easy to find the x. Just plug into the other boundary line. So up here, for boundary line, this x minus y equals 1, this just says x minus 1 is equal to 1. I guess x is equal to 2. So we have our corner points, and we have our solution. Okay, so there's another type of inequality. Okay, remember, if there's any others that you want to see, there are some non-linear inequalities. I don't believe there's any in your homework, but there are some in the book. If you want to see one, please send me an email. Let me know. I can make a video. All right.